ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. I got a fun project that I've been wanting to get kind of knocked out because this project has got several different purposes, or actually one purpose that I really want to do, but I'll explain that to you later. But spin you around and show you what we got cooking. Today, as y'all know, I got the cool red Jeep that, oh, it's in the sunlight's killing it. Anyway, I got the cool red Jeep the wife got me a while back for, was that Christmas or my birthday? Yeah, one of those very special occasions. But anyway, I need a trailer for this thing, and been meaning to throw one together. So what we got here is, this is the leftover shipping crate. It's kind of bent up on the end down there, but this is the shipping crate that the Jeep came in, and there's the other top part of it. Then it had a whole bunch of these like pedestal things here that kept it, you know, supported. The top supported to the bottom are bolted together. So I got that laying around. I got some other I don't know, rectangular tubing. It's probably like a 1 inch by 2.5 inch somewhere. Then I got this piece that's a kind of a thicker wall. That's like a 1 by 3 or 4, probably a 4 inch, I guess. I dug in my junk pile, found these wheels. They're not too bad shape. Some bolts. So my game plan is today is I need a trailer for another hobby that I have, and the Jeep is going to come in great if I had a trailer to put my other hobby stuff in. So you're probably asking, oh, Stan's in the background having his sitting on his couch having his Doritos, asking me, what do you need a trailer for, Rick? Well, if you watch to the very end of this video, you'll know exactly why I'm building this trailer. Now, it's not going to be very heavy made. I'm not looking to carry a whole lot of weight in it at all. I want to make it as light as possible, because what I'm going to be hauling in it is not going to weigh hardly anything. So, did pick up a can of red paint, so we are just going to paint it red. So I'm basically going off what scrap stuff I have, you know, laying around, and for the floor is a piece of plywood. So I kind of got to go off the dimensions of that, because I don't remember how big the plywood is, but it doesn't have to be very big. And I think I have some leftover shelf boards that after I build the floor or whatever, that I'm probably going to go around the edge. So I'm going to go get out here and take some measurements of the Jeep. And also, this thing has no place for like a receiver or anything underneath here. When I looked at it, I don't know if I really want to weld anything to the frame. I mean, it looks like it's a pretty thick frame. I'd like to have something that I could just bolt to it and take on and off, but I haven't got that far yet. So anyway, I'm going to take some measurements and scratch my head a little bit, maybe draw some goofy looking pictures on a piece of paper, and figure out a game plan. So let's get hydrated and start cutting up some metal. Alright, so I had to take a water break, so I figured I'd kind of show you what little bit I got done. This is going to be, it's like 42 inches across, and it's like 4 foot. Kind of an oddball shape, but that's about the size of the scrap piece of plywood I had left. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for, like, you know, the hitch part of it or whatnot. So I take a water break. Matter of fact, there's my tea right there. I know I set it down somewhere. Dang it. Oh, that's hot. Anyway. Okay, so like I said, I got this done. I still got to figure out a few other things, but I was going to take a break, get in front of the fan and cool off. But this is what I've been using, good old Harbor Freight bandsaw. If you ever think about getting one of these things, this thing for the price, I think I got it like years ago with gift cards or something for Christmas or whatever it was. But I built a lot of crap with this thing. It's cut, I don't know how many blades I've went through. Actually, it fell over one time, knocked the fan and everything off, so I just kind of watched the motor, make sure it doesn't get too hot. But if y'all are ever thinking about getting one of those, I paid for it, so I can give you my own personal opinion. It's very well worth the money for that thing. You know, it's nothing fancy, but it works really good. So that was pretty much the top one I had, top piece of scrap that I had leaning against the wall over there. And the one I had laying in the floor is now up here. This one's pretty beat up, but it's got different angles, different thicknesses and angles on the bottom piece down here. So I'm cutting out to figure out what I'm going to use on it. This is something that's, I don't know, where's it at? There we are. It's not real thick. rectangular tubing. But like I said, I don't want to make anything extremely heavy because I don't need to haul a lot of weight with this thing. But anyway, so that's where I'm at now. Is cutting all these pieces out and kind of figure what I'm gonna brace the rest of the frame up with, and how I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do with the axle or the wheels and all that good stuff. But anyway, I don't know if y'all have ever done a three-way, or I'm sorry, probably need to rephrase that. Ever used a three-way plug? Plug a stitch cord in there. This thing right here is a lifesaver, man. It saves so much time, because when I'm out here doing stuff, I use three different things. I got a cutoff wheel that I always use, and I use the floppy disk, that's what I call them, sandpaper. It's a floppy sandpaper disc, and this one here has got my grinding wheel on it. So if I'm going to take off a lot of metal, I use that, you know, polish up, or if I got to trim a little bit. But having to unplug everything and plug stuff in, and you have to run to Harbor Freight and pick you up with them snazzy things. A little three-way plug works extremely well. And yes, I do have my eye protection out here and some gloves. So I'm going to finish my bottle of water here and figure out what we're going to cut up, and go from there and see if we can't get at least the bottom part of the frame done today. All right, well, I got the Jeep in here. And before I got too far on the rest of the frame on the trailer, I need to find out what I was going to do for a hitch underneath here. I really didn't want to weld to the frame, but there's a lot of cross braces right underneath the engine plate, or the serial VIN number plate. There's a cross brace there, and then you really can't see it, one right on the back side. So I really want to drill like 2 holes through it, but to make it center, there's really can't do it. So I'm going to have to end up welding to the frame. So this is what I come up with. Yeah, look at them welds. I was wondering what in the world. But I got the fan going, so I thought, well, maybe it's just blowing my gas everywhere. So then the more I welded, the worse it got, and I was like, okay, it's not. So I come over here to the old welder and take a look at it. Yeah, there's your problem, folks. Got to have gas. So we're going to call that a wrap, because I can't finish welding the rest of the frame. I just actually got all that tacked. I still got more to do to it, but now since the old welder's out of gas, I'm probably going to measure up a few more things to get some stuff cut. But I got to go get gas, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, I got my bottle full of the day, and I went to turn the camera on to film what I was doing. And I looked over and didn't hit the record button. Big dummy. But anyway, so this is what we got done. I got I guess the centerpiece in. Then I got the makeshift axle up here and got the sides squared up. So I had some of this small tubing left over. So I figured, for giggles, I'm going to put a couple of those, one on the front, one on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and do both sides, kind of stiffen it up some. Now, like I said, I'm building this trailer for a purpose, and that's probably the only thing it's going to be used for, and it's not going to be a lot of weight that I'm putting in it at all. I think maybe the only weight I might stick in it is if I throw the grandkids in it and, you know, pull them around the yard. But anyway, so you're probably wondering, it's like, why, you know, that thing doesn't look very sturdy at all. Well, you'll see in the end of the video exactly what the purpose is that I'm building this trailer for. So I'm going to go ahead and get these little angled pieces, go ahead and get those cut and get both sides welded in, and then I think it'd be about time to flip it over and do the top side of it. Oh, and I did get my board cut. I'm kind of building it off of the scrap stuff that I have, so I don't have to purchase anything, trying to make something out of nothing. And this piece of plywood was about the exact same size. I had to trim one edge off that was kind of rough cut. That wasn't cut very straight because it was a scrap piece. So once I cut that and got that squared up, that's basically what I built the trailer off, is this piece of plywood, because I didn't want to go buy plywood. Stuff's expensive. So is metal, if you had to go buy any recently for anything. So I'm going to quit rambling and see if we can't get this thing buttoned up. Alright, it's paint time. We got this little Rust-Oleum gloss black. Nothing says it better than Krylon. Here we go, we got it finished up. I put these little corner pieces here on the sides, on all four corners, because I found some old shelf boards that I had laying around, and we're gonna basically box it in. Got my piece of plywood. It's inside the shop there. Got the boards over there that I got painted up. You can see them back there. They're leaning against the bandsaw. I got those painted up black, which I'll probably put another coat on them. We ain't making it look too pretty, but keep it from rusting. I gave it a good degreasing and kind of went over with the Scotch-Brite pad, nothing fancy. And already got some holes drilled right here in the four corner pieces, so I can just basically drop the boards down inside, throw a couple screws in it, call it good. So I'm gonna get to shaking some paint, and we're gonna make it shiny. All right, we got it all painted up. I even threw a little silver paint. I didn't even bother to tape anything. I just splattered some silver paint on there. Didn't sand them or nothing. We ain't out for no special looks on this thing. But got the frame all rattle canned just to keep it from rusting. I didn't even prime it. I just threw some old Krylon on it. Nothing says it better than Krylon. So what we got to do today is we're gonna throw the wheels on it, get it on the ground over here. Got the piece of plywood. Got it painted, and my old shelf boards that I had laying around in the shed from my paint booth when I got it. I made some just side panels just to kind of box it in, keep stuff from falling out of it. So we're gonna get that rascal over here on the ground, get the floor in it, get the sides on it. I got some screws laying around here somewhere. So let's get to it. All right, we got the sides all done, got the floor in it. These are the bolts that I use, or screws that I use, so I can zoom in on one of them. They got a, zoom in. Well, I don't want to zoom in. There it is. It's a Torx bit, and they're like a self-tapping kind of bolt. Some that I had laying around whenever I put like floors and trailers, so I had some of these, and that's what we screwed down in the floor. Of course, you can barely even see them because the head on these is like, well, if it zooms in, it's beveled. And that's what these are actually for. Pick them up like at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I just had some regular old screws laying around for the boards on the side. So now I got the other wheel on. We're gonna get this wheel on here, and she should be ready to roll. So we'll throw a couple washers on the back side just to kind of space it out so I can get to, these wheels have a grease zerd in them. So I'm gonna throw a few washers on here, kind of space it out a little bit. And I needed lock nuts. Which I didn't have any because this is just what I had laying around. So we're just going to double nut it. Put a little pressure, not too much on the bearing. Keep it from rolling. Let's see. A little more. That'll be good. And we'll just put an extra nut on it here on the outside because I don't have lock nuts. So we're just going to jam it up. I'll keep an eye on it, or when I get a chance, I'll get some light blocking nuts. But Jeep only runs like 30 miles an hour, I think, 25, so ain't like they're gonna be a high-speed bearing. All right, so we're back in business. I'm just gonna roll out somewhere. Okie doke. It's pretty done there. Let's see what else we get done. Oh, the hitch is done. Oh, so I can zoom in down here, roll this thing up a little bit. So I made a hitch. I really didn't want to weld it to the frame, but I kind of had no option because all the supports and the factory frame and the chain adjuster and all that good stuff was right in the way to bolt it. So I just made one, and all I have is a hole in it right there and a hole in the hitch. So I have a pin with the clip I just dropped in it. So that's all done. You know, it's not too bad. I think I figured up. This is just scrap stuff I had laying around. The frame is I made out of all the scrap that was come in the Jeep frame, or the cage it came in, shipping cage. So after I figured it up, money spent on this was like $14 for a can, a pint, quart, whatever it was, a quart of El Cheapo black paint. So I guess it's not bad, you could say, for a $15 trailer that was made out of junk I had just laying around. So everything's good. I got some other work to do, got a mess to clean up, and hopefully tomorrow the weather's going to be good, and we'll take you all on an adventure and show you exactly the purpose of why I built this $15 trailer. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Yep, we're on. All right, y'all waited to the whole end of this video, so I was telling y'all if you watch the whole end of the video, and I'll tell y'all exactly why I was building the trailer. So I'm gonna spin you around and show you what I have in the trailer. Little hint, I'm out here at a pond right down the road from our subdivision, so we snuck over here. So let's show you what we got in the trailer. Yep, another one of my hobbies, RC boats. These are electric, so we're gonna come down here. The wife's gonna try her hand at trying to film today, so we're gonna see how that works out. So I'm gonna get these are Traxxas boats. One's a Spartan, other one's a M41. Then I got a small recovery boat just in case something goes crazy. So we're gonna see how the wife does on film today. So y'all stay tuned, we're gonna have a little water fun action. Hopefully we like to go get it. Oh, that's slippery. ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed the video. Figured it'd be something a little different from the average building mini bikes and, you know, carts and all that good stuff. And plus, I've been waiting on a bunch of parts and different things to come back from Cromer and whatnot. So, and I've really been wanting to take the boats down to the pond. So I figured, well, it's a good time I could sneak this video and build this big whopping $15 trailer, because I think it's about what I got in it. You know, take a whole bunch of leftover junk I got laying around and make something out of nothing. So if you're new to the channel, it'd be great if you go over and subscribe. And if you like the video, a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. So anyway, till the next video when we get back working on the mini bikes and the rat rod wagon project, which I got the parts in just the other day for that. So that's next on the table. So y'all stick around. Thank y'all for taking time to watch. Y'all have a happy 4th of July. We'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little fun project today. I've been meaning to get this thing kind of done for a while. We're just going to start over because I just stumbled all over the place. Take 2.